Hi everyone, welcome to OP Digital Blueprint with myself and Collins and our very special guest today, Robin Noble. Now today we're going to be a little bit
Andy,
different, so we get... What's up, Collins? Oh, he's frozen. So welcome everybody, glad you could join us, and we're going to let Robin start us today, and we shall carry on from there. So Robin, take it away. What do you want to discuss today?
Thank you, Andy. Hi, Collins. I really do enjoy being with the two of you. You're the poster boys of the naughtiness, and your sense of humor just is amazing. So it's a lot of fun being with the two
I've
of
never
you.
been called a poster boy of naughtiness before, but hey, okay, fair enough.
Hi, everybody who's out there who will be listening to this. This is part of naturally who we are, but these are new friends of mine that I've met through OnPassive. I did not know these gentlemen before, and we're so blessed to be able to meet people that we resonate with, that we have fun with, that we can laugh with. And I'm just very blessed to be in OnPassive and to meet such amazing people. All right, what are we going to talk about today? I think we're going to turn in the direction for people who are listening to this who don't know about OnPassive and what it's all about. And I think let's take it to where the package of OnPassive is going to come in very, very handy for those who use products to set up their own businesses, to set up their own websites, work with other businesses that they already have, be it brick and mortar, be it network marketing. Because first and foremost, our products are going to come in under one umbrella. There's a single sign-on, and then you'll be able to maneuver in the back office to the different screens and the different products and platforms that you need to use to create. And I think that is something for one price under that umbrella that's going to be hugely significant to people who are struggling financially in setting up their businesses, and for those who are looking to start businesses and find the overall shop and check out individual pieces quite daunting. Because I know in my very humble way of doing a business years ago, I was very fortunate actually to be blessed by some of the companies. When I spoke to them and told them of my situation and what I was trying to do, I was blessed with some extended free trials so that I could use their products and try and set up and that sort of thing. Ultimately, because of my challenges through the accident and the disabilities that came out of it, I found it very difficult to focus. I found it very difficult to produce and create what I wanted to. I understood in theory what I wanted to do, but I couldn't even follow the instructions that they gave. I found them too complicated, too confusing, and way above what I was able to do and focus on in those days. So I know that OnPassive has created this platform has been created by the teams through the vision of our CEO to be able to make it easier for people with their disabilities or non-disabilities. And I think people who have not been techie in the past are going to find this very easy to be part of and to get a good feeling with a few clicks on how to do certain things that they want to do and personalize what they want to have. Does that make sense? Is that a good starting point?
It does indeed. It does indeed. Thank you, Robin. So, Collins, follow on from that if you can.
oh, Robin just opened it really, really well. Thank you, Robin, for always being here with us. On this, it's really a blessing to be surrounded, around Robin, and she's just such a wonderful lady, backstage, you know, and really, it's really fun.
Don't
And
tell Simone that because Simone won't believe you. That's her sister, by the way. But okay.
so Yeah, so what are we talking about? We're talking about on passive, you know. So Robin have just really opened it in a very beautiful way, looking at on passive in terms of businesses. Why do we have such, a powerful platform, a platform that is really simple, the simplicity of on passive, you know, to enhance businesses. We already know that, especially in this modern day and age, a lot of businesses are struggling because what we're saying is they are using more of digital products, because they want to digitalize their system so they can meet up with the challenging world, especially the way the world is going into technology. So if you are not into technology or your system is not digitalized, you are bound to suffer. We've seen many shops in United Kingdom close because they refuse to undergo digital transformation, or they refuse to do a lot. They feel like, okay, the high street shop is okay for customers to come in, make purchase and go. But now the way things are happening, people don't really go to shops anymore. I can't remember the last time I went to a shop. I think last time after 1 year, after COVID, I can't remember. Was it last week? I went to a shopping mall and I was like, when was the last time I came here? Really hard. Banking sector. I don't can't remember the last time I go to a bank because I can do everything online. That's exactly what Ms. Ashmufara is doing, building a platform to sustain businesses. Most businesses that cannot really undergo transformation through, using IT technology, they are bound to suffer. And what is the problem? Why they can't go is because of the cost of implementation of IT solution into their system. So some business struggle because one, it is really expensive because we're talking about the higher the value, the more costly the products are, and most company cannot afford. And if you cannot afford it, what happens? You will close because you can't even get customers. So everything is being done online, 100%. So we're moving at that point where everything is just digitalized. And on passive, here comes on passive to give that platform where business can strive. We're talking about, all right, in on passive, we say, all right, 30%, because people think about affiliate. Yes, we are affiliate. But how many percent of us will be affiliate? Maybe 30%, 70% will be businesses, schools, think about everything. Every sector, will want on passive product because they are in the digital world. Now, what will happen in on passive? Mr. Ashmufara make it very simple. Plug and play. Come in. The solution you are looking out there, we already have it. Come in, plug into on passive, get the best deal you can, and then enhance your business. I think the growth will be really great, especially not only for OnPassive, but for those businesses that will come and use the software solution and services that OnPassive is providing. And I just want to thank Robin for opening this in a different direction where I really like talking about it. Thank you, Robin.
Excellent. I, I I'm going to take this from a slightly different angle from past experience. So there are so many things that we buy online, and by the way, never buy trousers online; they never fit, right? But you buy software online, um, and there's always, you've got the bee's knees here, and all you have to do is to purchase this product, and then you click on that and you pay that amount of money, and then there's a long video that you then have to watch, and it tells you, well, you're going to get a super duper one if you pay this extra amount of money. And you go, not sure. All right, well, what the hell? I'll pay that. And then it clicks you through to yet another video that says, well, actually, you've got to get a super duper Fandango one this time if you pay this amount of money. All of these tricks of the trade that people have used over the years, um, I'm sick and tired of it. I don't know about you guys, and I'm sure you've been through it as well. I'm absolutely sick and tired of it. I don't want that. I want to know what it's going to cost me and what benefits I'm going to get from it. And this is exactly what we've got with on passive. So you watch a very short video with OConnect, and it tells you how it works, what it does, and bang, away you go. Right? It's not, by the way, if you sign up for this and you want that a number of people, you're going to have to pay that amount of money. And by the way, you're going to get a super duper Fandango. It doesn't work that way. But think about this from a business perspective. So Marty, we know, is a marketing guru, a marketing genius, and the difficulty is for him to be able to teach us to do what he does would take forever, first and foremost, but also it would cost us a fortune to get to the level that he's got to, because he has to use things like MailChimp and Aweber and all of these various different software packages that make up the opportunity to do email marketing or marketing for the products that are available as an affiliate. And now we've got this system where everything's under one roof. You've got the opportunity to be able to share this with others by simply sending them a link, and that link sends them, if you like, to a video that they can watch, and they go, okay, yes, I like that, I'll have a look, and they register. And then ONPASSIVE goes to work and it says, well, by the way, guys, actually we've got this, and this. All right, no, it's not your cup of tea, no problem at all. Let you get on with it. But sooner or later, there are all of these various products in there, and there will be, you know, a myriad of products. We know there's going to be at least 50 odd products that are going to be in the ecosystem, and every single product from our point of view as affiliates is going to be an additional income source. Because if you've got OConnect and someone then takes OTracker, you get paid for OConnect, and then you get paid for OTracker, and so on. But bear in mind, we've also got free products. And these free products are value for money. You can't use the phrase, but you can use the phrase a correction to the corruption. And things like OTrim, where you've got Bitly and tinyURL that actually charge you to use these softwares, ours is free. And it is a tracker. It's a simplified tracker, but it's free, whereas many of the others charge you. Now, if you look at the social media platform, we get the opportunity to do things like blogs and podcasts for free on a social media platform that is designed specifically as a social media platform and not as the other ones are. And let's put it this way, the only value to the other one we all know and use, let's face it, is about the information, the data that is being sold in order for them to have that value. We don't sell data. You can't cyberbully. You can't have a fake account because you're going to need to prove who you are. Yeah. So all of these things added up over time make one hell of a difference, not just to businesses. So let's put it another way. If you've got 100 million customers within ONPASSIVE, where's our customer base? We've got one. Why would you need to use another one? You can market to our customers. Fantastic. So where do you want to take it from here then, Robin? What's
Absolutely. I'm going to follow on both of you because, you know, you're looking at, on average, a minimum of $500 for the smallest packages of any of these pieces that you need to learn about to pull together to start building something for yourself. Then you've got to get somehow the traffic, which is over and above all of that. And the traffic that is currently out there in so many businesses and so many companies that are saying buy traffic is actually recycled traffic. And as I've said before, and we talk about these sort of things in private conversations as well as in different webinars, you know, to spend money on traffic when you have let's say a shoe store, and you're being given traffic that's selling you farm produce and farm equipment and tools, well, you know what, where do those two come together? You might be lucky to get one or two people saying, oh, I need a pair of shoes. But overall, that money has been wasted in what you've purchased. You know, nobody's going to buy a pair of high heel shoes to go and work in the farm, and nobody wants farm tilling equipment to take dancing on a Saturday night. So, you know, these sort of things have to come together. And in a lot of the offerings that are out there, either first and foremost that doesn't happen, or secondly, it's reused and regurgitated lists that have been around for years and years that people have not been able to get off from. And are these lists updated? Sometimes, but again, they're all channeled in and thrown in together so that you're getting higgledy-piggledy of all sorts of things. OnPassive is going to have something that's going to do all of that sorting for you. So by you checking boxes and saying specifically what you want, that's the type of traffic that you will have to be able to direct to your business. Also, if you are local, or if you're one country, or if you're a global business, you'll be able to, again, purchase traffic and packages to accommodate where you want to be known. You know, you're not going to send and want traffic from Egypt if you've got a restaurant in Canada. You might want one small percentage of that for the tourists who are coming in from other countries to know where you are when they land in your city, but you don't want to put the bulk of your money into that to begin with. So that's one of the things. It's going to be secure and safe through this one login system, and through the verification that we do and being able to be verified on the platforms for selling your products and creating and that sort of thing. These are huge pluses that either are not available on other platforms out there, or again, you're having to pay additional sums of money. And it adds up. And for people who are on limited budgets, self-imposed or otherwise, starting businesses now is expensive, no two ways about it. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's even more expensive because of the mistakes that can be made in how we move forward, learning hopefully all the time. But in the meantime, flushing a lot of money into areas that is just a waste. So again, you've got all of this. And then to your point, Andy, customers. My goodness, if we come into this OnPassive beautiful database already, and you have been part of this, you know that you've got a very, very good ground level database of customers who will be interested at least in looking and knowing and seeing what is available. So 1 million customers to start off with, knowing that that is growing in leaps and bounds, is huge. You know, we will be getting some of these very large companies wanting to advertise and market their products to us. Isn't that wonderful? And we don't have to do the heavy lifting. We don't have to fumble through a corporate meeting with their marketing techs and with their people to say, look, you want to come to us. They're going to see it for themselves. And they're going to say, I want the biggest package for the biggest reach to be able to get to the most people. And guess what? We all benefit from this. We benefit through their advertising. We benefit financially. We benefit through their, the contracts that are signed between us. We will all benefit from this. And in turn, when you have other customers and other affiliates who come in, they will benefit from what those other companies are offering as well. So this is just the start of what people may or may not even understand what OnPassive is all about, to be able to take this further and further and further out there. The pebble is just dropping, and the ripples are just starting to be known with 1 or 2 products. And there's so much more to come. When you've got a platform that you can sell your products, homemade, something that you believe in, your brick and mortar storefront online, this is huge. So OnPassive is a new vision of doing business. It's a new way for many companies to start to look at. Again, right at the beginning, when I was first working with webinars and talking to people, to me, OnPassive is going to be talked about in the business schools and universities and college courses. This is a new vision that CEOs are going to want to adapt if they want to be successful moving forward. Right now, it's probably going to be a little bit like shining the light on a dark corner and watching everything scatter because they don't know it, they don't like it, they don't want to be part of it. They see OnPassive maybe as a threat or a challenge, and they're fighting. They don't want this to come through. But ultimately, with the wave and the growth of OnPassive, but also the excitement and the integrity and honesty of what the model of OnPassive is going to be showing and proving to the world, they are going to want to, and more importantly, need to adapt to something like this in order to survive themselves in their own market fields and industries. So I give it to the two of you now. We can move on any which way you want to.
Any which way you can, yeah. Any which way but loose.
Yeah.
Collins, then
Yeah.
follow on from that, my friend.
Yeah, Robin just said something that really tripped me, even Andy, you. And I was just thinking about it whilst you guys were speaking. And I said, yes, ONPASSIVE is here as a friend, not as a threat. You know, it's not here to take away business from or kill other business or suppress other business. It's coming as a friend. It's coming as a platform, you know, for other business to strive, you know, helping. It's just coming to work hand in hand with other businesses. Because remember, there are things that you will need that is in ONPASSIVE. You don't have it. Where will you go? Like Andy said, when you're looking for something, you look at the value and the cost. You don't care about it. The only thing, you don't care about anything. You just care about what is the price of it. Yes, I like it, but what is the cost of it? And when you see like the cost is really good, the price is really good, you say, no, I want it. You know, so most companies will be looking at ONPASSIVE as a friend, which they can work on, you know, and improve their own business, not as a threat, because whatever you will need will be in ONPASSIVE. Say, for instance, you're trying to say a company wants to build a website. You say, all right, I need to build a website now. Say it's a startup company and I need to do A, B, C, D, E. What happened? You come into ONPASSIVE. You say, well, oh, they have OCreate. I don't need to pay so much money, X amount of money for someone somewhere to build a website for me. Now they have OCreate. I can do it myself, drag and drop. And when you do it, what happened? You say, all right, I would like to try their traffic source because we already know, say we're already in, and they say where the market is in ONPASSIVE, right? 1.4 million plus will become affiliate. They have the money to purchase the product. Like Robin said, they'll be looking at things where my customers is coming from. You cannot target where your business, you know, you don't have customers. So, okay, I've built this website and I know this is it. But how do I target my customer? How do I know? You already have OTrim. Even you don't want to buy OTracker, OTrim is free. You can trim your link, trade out there and say, all right, I'm selling X to see where my traffic source will be coming from. Maybe it's coming from Canada. Maybe it's from Northern America, some of the countries. Oh, now I know people are interested in this. How much have you paid for that? Virtually nothing. Say you pay something for OCreate, but OTrim is free. So you can analyze your business using OTrim tool, you know, because they have a function there where you can see all the clicks, the area, the town, the city. You can drill down to see everything just for free. Now you say, all right, I'm happy. Next, what do I do? Can I plug in my business into ONPASSIVE because I know they have the market? Yes, of course. You know, you can bring most of your market in the marketplace. We'll call it O-commerce and O-mart. You know, we don't know how much you'll be, but at least that's a possibility. You know, our CEO is building stuff like this for humanity. The cost will not be something that will break our neck. So you can come into ONPASSIVE with your business, make a fortune for just nothing. You know, so much money for nothing. And you look at the money that you are saving by going to maybe the other IT company, buying here. You say, all right, I'll go to this company, they'll build this. Maybe they don't have this, I'll go here, get this. Maybe they don't have this, I'll go. Before you have your complete business, digital business, you've walked into the door of several IT companies and they've made you a lot. But what if you come into ONPASSIVE, one-stop shop, and you can see everything that can build a business? You know, you don't necessarily need to be an affiliate, but you can still come into ONPASSIVE as a businessman, build a business within ONPASSIVE and plug everything you want to plug in. We're talking about those who have real estate. You know, Maddie talked about it last time. What if you come in? Remember, there are a lot of affiliates here. Normally, they will make a lot. That is true. People are in ONPASSIVE to make a lot. What if you plug your real estate business into ONPASSIVE in the marketplace and you want to buy a house maybe in California? Oh, wow, there's a house here. I don't need to leave the ecosystem. Oh, I like it. How much is it? I have the money to pay. If 1 million people or 2 million, 3 million, 100 million people have just made something on ONPASSIVE and you are a real estate agent, you plug into ONPASSIVE, guess what will happen? That's madness. And these are the type of things sometimes I think about. I said, Look, the platform is so beautiful, so great, where anybody anywhere can make something into ONPASSIVE. Don't have to be an affiliate, but plug in and you make something, because the platform is there for all of us. So I'll leave it there, Andy.
Thanks, Collins. It's great. I I want to do a brief. I know I've done this before, but I'm going to do this again because I think it's important to understand the differentials between what we've got and what the normal business practices are. A lot of people don't seem to understand the costs involved with setting up a business. So a very good friend of ours, Peter Rogers owns a convenience store. Okay, so he's had to pay for the property, whether that's rented or owned, I don't know. But either way, he either pays a mortgage on it or he's had to put the money up front to buy the property in the first place. Secondly, if it's rented, he has to pay rent every month. Then he has to fill his store. He has to build the shelves, fill the store, and that content of the store costs money. Now that's 70 odd thousand a month. 70,000. How many people here have got 70,000? Not me. Okay. So that's a business. Now every time a piece of stock goes out of that, he has to replace it. So let's compare that with what we got with ONPASSIVE. So basically what we've got is we've got our own online shop. As Collins likes to point out, look at that, the sunshine. Woo! So we've got our own online shop, and that shop, basically what we're doing is putting products in that shop by activating them. So we put in OConnect, and we put in OConnect by paying for that, and we pay for it on a monthly basis because that's the cost of that one. We've got OTrim, which is free. We've got OMail, which is free. We've got ONet, which is free, and soon to come many, many other products. Now, every single one of those products could be a paid product or a free product. Doesn't matter. They go into our store. And the more products that we put in that store, the more that the company can sell on our behalf. And as I said before, every single one of them becomes a paid products, that is, becomes a separate income stream. So let's just think about this for one moment. I've got the first person that comes in and buys OConnect. I get 100% of my money back. The next person that comes in, I get 25% of what he's paid. The third, 25%. The fourth, 25%. The fifth, 25%, and so on for all of those customers. Now, I haven't actually had to buy that product again and put it back in the store. Not yet. I've got to do it every month because it is a monthly paid product. Fair enough. So think about the actual cost to set up this business. They're going to design and build a website for us. I don't have to do that. They are going to put all of these products in our store, but I have to activate that product. So far, I've paid to activate OConnect. And as a new affiliate, it was a 3-month package, which we've had more than enough so far. But that 3-month package cost people $250. Divide that by 3. Very nice. Thank you very much. In comparison, the nearest closest rival for a video conferencing platform with 10,000 attendees is $6,500 a month. So 250 divided by 3, $83. Okay, so there's a big difference between that and $6,500 a month. But I've only had to buy it the once that month, and I might have sold it 10, 20, 30, 40 times. Irrelevant. I've only paid for it once that month. So who in their right mind wouldn't want a business that allows you to do these things where the company is helping you to actually market to? As Robin mentioned, the specific targeted traffic is aimed at people wanting the products that we have in our online store. And they pay us generously for every single product that's a paid product. Okay, now we're going to take on customers that are using the free products. Fantastic, not a problem, because sooner or later they may well have a product that actually they're going to start using, whether that be domain like GoDaddy, or it might be a tracker, or it might be a booking system, or it might be a verification system, or we don't know. The fact of the matter is that all we have to do is actually not sell this to any other person. All we have to do is to say, I'm going to share it. And you simply share a link. Now, again, Red uses this analogy, and I love this. If you go to a really lovely restaurant, you tell your friends, I went to such and such a restaurant the other day. The food in there was fantastic. And your friends go, oh, whereabouts was that? And you say, well, it's actually here. If you look it up on the web, it's called this and blah, blah. And these people go there, and your friends go there. But do you get a commission for that? No, you don't. Right? All you've done is you've introduced something to a friend and they've taken advantage of it. This is exactly the same with ONPASSIVE. Our products are value for money. They do exactly what they say on the tin, and they're far superior to anything else out in the marketplace. So why wouldn't you move across? Follow that, Robin.
Absolutely. Boy, you've given me a lot here now. Hold on one second. I'm just making sure I don't forget this one. Okay. The company does the heavy lifting for us. Thank you. I'm not a techie person. I admire people like Collins and Marty and the OTech Pros and other people who can create and build. I can respect that. I can admire it. I appreciate it. And I'm so grateful for those who can do all of this. That's me in the bleachers saying, yay. And I'm the cheerleader going, keep going. You're doing a great job. And that's exactly what I'm doing with Ash and ONPASSIVE. Thank you so much for what you are doing for me and for all of us, whether we are founder affiliates or customer affiliates. This is being done for us by a company that knows what is going on, what the trends are in the world, what needs to be done, and it's taking us with them. Subscriptions, Andy, you talked about the subscriptions that need to be paid. How many people in life pay subscriptions already? I get this challenge every time I talk to somebody. Well, excuse me, not every time, but many times when I talk to people. And they say, I don't want to sign any subscriptions. Well, I'm sorry, what do you do for your software, for your computer? What do you do for your telephones? What do you do for your TV accounts and internets? These are not owned by us. We are paying monthly fees. Is that a subscription? Maybe slightly different in the definition, but you are paying something monthly. Are you getting anything in return for just doing that? Yes, you're able to watch, listen, enjoy life, but you're doing it through somebody else's business and efforts, and therefore you are paying for it. Wonderful. Commissions. People say, I'm not getting into something where I have to pay and receive commissions. That means I've got to sell. That means I've got to do all sorts of things that I don't believe in. Well, you know what? So many industries have adopted the terminology reward points or friends and family bonuses or other similar terminology. And you know what? Long and short of it is basically those are commissions. Because you have been referring somebody to somewhere, and maybe you get a card and you click that card 10 times and you get a free something. Or you get a $10 gift card to put towards something. Again, semantics may be in the wording, but are you not getting something for what you are doing? A type of commission? It might not be physical in-pocket money commission, but you are getting a reward for mentioning it to somebody else. So let's put some of these old connotations, these old negativities that have been brought out through other industries, through people who've abused systems and taken advantage of people, and for our own inability to be more aware and understanding of what these other models and business types were like, take responsibility again for ourselves and our actions, which I'm sorry to say, from my point of view, have sorely been misguided or totally abdicated. We need to be responsible for what we do, and we need to make choices. You can say yes, you can say no. The choice is yours, and that's fine. And there's no right or wrong. But let's stop putting it all out on somebody else and blaming everybody else and everything else for what we are doing. And realize that industries and businesses have adopted and adapted these different terminologies that have been used in not so pleasant ways with certain industries and brought them into mainstream already. You know, if you buy and pay for a software package for 12 months, but you buy the package that's 10 months, you're getting something in a savings category. If you pay every month, that's a subscription. If you recommend somebody, oh, you'll get a gift card, or you'll get a discount on your next phone, or you'll get a travel card, or you'll get a credit card, a prepaid credit card, you know, to go and spend wherever you want to. So those rewards are akin to a commission without using that horrible word. So let's be truthful. Let's bring the integrity back to these words. And words are so important, but you cannot change the fundamental meaning of a word just because you want to make it, manipulate it to suit yourself. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, it does. Absolutely.
That
So, what are
is-
your thoughts on that then, Collins?
Yes, you know, Robin really said it really right, and that's one of the things I wanted to touch. You know, I was thinking about, you know, talking about security. I know a lot of people, they always think like, so what is the security posture of ONPASSIVE? You know, founders, affiliate, and customer affiliate, these are some of the questions they used to ask. And it really bothers me in a way, because when I think about it, I said, how many of us go to the shop, you know, to buy an iPhone or an Android phone, and you said, please, I want to see your security posture before I buy your phone. We don't really care about that. We just buy it and go. How secure is the phone? We don't care. How many of us have looked at Google when we go every time we make search, the search engine? No, Mr. Google, you need to tell me how secure your site is before I enter ABC, even a search word. We don't really ask for that. But do you think they are not secure? They are secure because there is no IT product that you will build without putting an additional security. One is for the safety of the company, because you don't want people to come in and out and collect important data. You know, it goes against the rules and regulation and compliance. No company will do that. You know, but they don't have to come and announce it and tell you, look, this is our security. We have this, we have that. You know, sometimes I said, no, let us just calm down, forget, and understand that ONPASSIVE is secured. Not only because he wants to secure you, the business must be secured for their own integrity and safety. And that's why they are getting all this certification and accreditation for all the company, because company will come in, check them, and make sure what you say you are doing, you are really doing it, and you're doing it up to the standard, the agreed standard. You know, so we just have to sit back, relax, knowing fully well that we are safe and sound, and the company is doing it for their own integrity. First, ONPASSIVE must do it for their integrity, and then other company that want to use ONPASSIVE product will come because they want to be in a safe environment where their data and stuff will not be tampered. And then secondly, Robin touched another point, which is great. You know, ONPASSIVE build a business for all of us. For those who want to become founding affiliate or customer affiliate, build it. And every business in this way have their business model. ONPASSIVE comes with its own business model, you know, to change the way business is being done globally. And that's why a lot of people are looking into ONPASSIVE and say, wow, this cannot be done. And because when you look at it, you say, it is too good to be true, you know, and you cannot hype it. You can't hype it like Robin said. We don't have to hype it because already it is too good to be true. Looking at the complexity of building the solution, most IT guys refuse to join ONPASSIVE because they said it cannot be done. But at one point, we are saying it can be done, but the truth is it takes time. In IT, there is nothing like it can be done. It can be done, but honestly, it takes time, especially in a critical and complex thing. What Miss Ash is building, the complexity is high. Single sign-on is not easy. Embedded with with AI, and AI is now, and everything automated. Automation is really difficult. So you automate the system, simplify it, then you drive it with AI, where everything is hands-free and the system can just do it for you in a simple manner. Is so difficult. And that's why a lot of people look at Umpire and say, no, 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 no. What Mr. Ashford is saying, it cannot be done. Not now. Maybe it will take 10, 15, 20 years. That's what a lot of IT guys said. It will take 10, 15, 20 years. But today we have all connect. We have all of these things because now is the time and the area of AI technology. Yes, at one point you look at it, wow, this is really difficult. I know I've had this debate with top IT engineers. Some of them, they said, no, no, it can't be done. Not now. I said, but what if in 5 years' time, something like this come up, built by this man? Will you say you missed it? He said, Collins, good luck, because I know it will take 15 to 20 years, because this is not an easy solution. What you are saying is not easy. No, 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 I don't want to hear. But now today we are in. So the complexity make people to doubt, but we are still there. And I am happy that Robin brought this up, that we don't need to hype it, because the complexity still make people to doubt and said, build single sign-on with all of this and all of that with AI. It's really, really complex, and it makes it really difficult. And then you start to drive traffic and all of those things, telling people, you know what, this is it. And it brings me back to the point where I always refer to Warren Buffett. He said, if you don't look for a way to make money, you will work until you die. I think he saw the coming of ONPASSIVE, because there is no business out there where you can sleep and make money. Andy, you've been in some of them. Mari Digamo, I asked you, how many business have you been before? Mari said, more than 20 something. How many of them did you really sleep? Because even what you are doing, if you sleep 1 second, you will lose your money. Though they'll tell you, no, come, you don't have to do anything. When you get in, that's when that's when the work begins. You say, no, this is really difficult for me. I can't really do it. But ONPASSIVE make it so simple, and it goes by what this man said. He saw ONPASSIVE before the creation of ONPASSIVE, that if you don't look for a way to make money, you will work until you die. It means the system must be completely automated, hands-free, driven by AI, for you to be able to make something without doing anything. There was no solution like that. ONPASSIVE came with it. And that's just what I want to try out. It's so beautiful.
Thanks, Collins. Yeah, I think we're gonna see an awful lot of customers, and I know Marty's mentioned this before, but we're going to see an awful lot of customers that start questioning the other companies that have offered these products over time, and gone, hold on a second, why did you charge me all of this money for an inferior product over the last how many years? I mean, one particular company obviously took full advantage of the pandemic when we had that, so that everyone was tucked up in their homes. You couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere, so you had to get on a video conferencing system, and they took full advantage of that. But did they really provide value for money? No, they didn't. And people are going to start to get really quite angry about the fact that, hold on a second, you've been charging us all of this money when you actually could have done it for this money, which is what this other company is now doing. And I find that fascinating. And it just shows the greed in companies. Most companies have shareholders. Let's take the water industry in the UK, for instance. The shareholders, the water companies, a couple of years ago made 2 billion, and 1.5 billion of that was shared by the shareholders, because they're the ones that really own the company. But they're all, come on, you have to do this, we have to make our profits, where's our profit? We don't have this system. We don't have any shareholders. We're not bothered about, people standing on our shoulders going, where's my money, where's my money? That's not it. That's not the system that we have. That's not the opportunity that presents itself today. Any final thoughts then, Robin?
Absolutely. We
Silly me for asking.
When you go out and you are shopping, do you look to purchase something so that you can tell somebody else about it? No. Normally when we go out shopping and when we're doing something, we're doing it for ourselves. That's been my experience, my opinion. And I think that is now the way we need to help customers see and understand what ONPASSIVE is. There is so much talk about sharing this and telling other people about it and come in and then you'll make money, but tell other people. I think we need to bring it down to simple understanding and simple ways of looking at ONPASSIVE. Again, first and foremost, you have choices. Join us or don't join us. But as the hype starts to come out, as you start to see it advertised more, as people get excited through the social medias, through brick and mortar advertising, through media advertising, you may start to get curious again. And remember, you heard about it at this point in time. But let's take it to the customer. When you're looking for a new laptop or a new media device or something that's important, even going to the grocery store to buy milk, are you looking for that for what other people are going to spend and what they want? No, you're looking for how it will fix and help your needs. So look at ONPASSIVE from a personal perspective. Will this help you? Will this help your business if you have one? Will this help your social connections? Will this be less expensive for you to be able to connect with loved ones, family, friends down the block, in the next state, in the next country, in the next county, anywhere in the world? If you have a business, are you able to connect with a platform that you can see, hear, and interact with of 10,000 people for a reasonable cost? And do this around the world with all of you chatting and having fun and learning all in the same area. I think we need to take it, for some people, take the fear of sales out of it. Take the fear of, well, I have to do something. I've got to be part of this. How do I do this? I don't know how to sell. I don't know what's important. I don't know what to tell people. You don't have to do that. ONPASSIVE.com is the corporate marketing domain name and email and website. And when people join through that, they are then brought into the company and they are then placed or distributed with founders. But the only way that you can come into ONPASSIVE is through founder links or through the corporate link, which then gets shared and distributed to those founders already in, or the early adopters who came in when they saw the vision before that gate closed. So let's take the fear of having to present this to other people out of the equation for a little while. Let's learn the products that we have and what they're going to do for us. How involved do we want to be other than just knowing what we have and knowing what's possible, so that when we are listening or when we are engaged in conversations with others, we can listen instead of having to constantly talk to try and make those sales that were so needed in the other areas of our lives when we were doing business with different formats. And listen to what somebody is saying. They've just lost their job. Their finances are tight. How do they keep their business running online? And all the fears and concerns. And you can gently say, I would like to have a private conversation with you when it is convenient for you. And then you can say, this is what I found, and this is what I'm happy with, and this is what I am using. you might want to take a look at it. It is free. So let's be so grateful and appreciative for what our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, the teams are doing for us around the world, what is still being built, what has been improved upon from what is available already in the world. And let's just realize how blessed we are in getting to know each other through formats like this and being able to share our information. But don't just reel off these pat terms that we've heard over the years. Yes, we are in it to win it, but do you really know why? We have the best. Yes, but can you explain why? Because somebody's going to listen to you and say, well, I've heard that before. How do I know you've got the best? So let's take it into our reality again of sharing with other people, if that's what you want to do. And you know what? If not, hold it near and dear to you like something very precious, because that's exactly what it is. And in due course, the world will know more about ONPASSIVE, because that is what the high executives within the company are doing already in the fields of education, in the fields of communication, safety, and other so many different areas, arenas, avenues, industries that we don't even know anything about of what they're doing. And once all of that comes out, and once the name ONPASSIVE becomes more familiar to people, then people will start to ask more questions. And that's where you can continue to proudly wear your badge or your have your business cards or your name tag that says so-and-so with ONPASSIVE. And people will say, wait a minute, I've seen that before. And they will start to come to you. Again, we will be the hunted. Nobody's taking out firearms and bows and arrows to come after you. I certainly hope not. But this is where, through your knowledge, through your connection, through your ability to understand and know what ONPASSIVE is all about, people will start asking more questions. And again, the choice is yours as to how much you want to be involved in those discussions and putting yourself out there, or you want to let the company do it, or you want to let somebody else do it. Because ultimately, doing this together, everybody wins. Whether you introduce them to ONPASSIVE, whether somebody else introduces to them to ONPASSIVE, everybody will win. And that's the part we want to be joining hands together around the world to make the difference, to improve conditions, humanitarian areas that need help, and to keep making the positive changes in the world that we who have come together in ONPASSIVE, and many who are out there doing it on their own and struggling, will see what we can do together when we join forces even more so. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for including me again in your amazing Tuesday evening afternoons. You always push the buttons, you always get me thinking, and thank you for the fun we have together.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks. One of the things I just wanted to touch base with as a final, people perceive selling as an issue, as a problem, as a I can't do that type scenario. But if you look at it from a different perspective, what is selling? What is what we have? What we have is a solution to the problem. Okay, and if you look at it from that point of view, how many people do you know have a problem? If we have a solution to that, why would you not share it? It's simply a matter of perception and how you view things. And I don't like the word selling. I've worked in financial services for many years, and we've provided solutions to those that have a problem. Many of those people can't see the problem initially, but if you expose that problem, bang, that's it in a nutshell. So it's not a hard task. It's not something that's laborious. It's not something that's difficult. It's simply a solution to a problem. Now, if you get the easiest and simplest way to look at ONET, for example, is, do you think your children are safe online on Facebook? Well, I would, if I had young kids right now, I wouldn't allow them on Facebook, because at the end of the day, there's cyberbullying, there's people trying to groom children, there are fake accounts of all of these things, all of these people that are looking for young kids. I'm sorry, it's just wrong. And we have a system that is totally different. Now, that is a solution to a problem, and I haven't sold anything. In fact, it hasn't cost anyone anything to come across, to find a different way, and something that is safe for kids. Is, I am who I say I am because I've had to prove it to be able to have this account. So this is one of the things that interests me more and more about what ONPASSIVE has in comparison to other companies, and about the fact that I don't need to try. Yes, I can share, but I don't need to sell. It's simply a perception. Any final comments, Collins?
Yes, Andy, just like the way you and Robin put it, every product in ONPASSIVE is a solution to the problem, especially challenges that are now in the global market, or in our own personal lives. All the product has something that will help. Like Robin said, and you just mentioned again, if someone is struggling, or say you see someone who is down, you think ONPASSIVE can help, you just share with the person. Just say, you know what, I have something, I have a solution to your problem. Take a look. If you think it can help you, that is it. You are not selling, but you are just sharing because you care. They say sharing is caring, isn't it? You care about the person, and now you are sharing and say, take a look. Because what if you said, you know what, I don't care, I'll not even bother to tell you. ONPASSIVE will still sell, whether we like it or not. A lot of people will know, but you've not helped that individual who is struggling, and maybe the person knows nothing about ONPASSIVE. By the time you expose it and say, I know the solution to your problem, take a look. The person came into ONPASSIVE and said, wow, my goodness, the person will thank you forever. It's like you have saved that person fortune. And that's what, like Robin said, we can be doing without knowing that we are even selling it, because that's not selling. You care about the person. Yeah. So for those who watched it, later on, you're not in ONPASSIVE, the only thing advice is to take a look. You'll see a lot of things that will really moves you, because ONPASSIVE is here to stay. It's an a global IT company that builds, software solution, for the global market. So there's no two way about it. Just to take a look, and I'll just leave it there, Andy. Thanks, Robin, for coming.
Thank you, Robin. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to hear your sultry, sexy voice. It's great, and I love the way. No, I just love the way you express yourself. It's fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Please check out on Thursday. What's the webinar
Oh,
for Thursday regarding Africa, Collins?
so yes, so it's the Go Africa webinar.
Africa.
Yeah, so it's on Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please don't miss.
Yeah,
It'll be
please
fun.
don't miss that. That'd be good. And again, thank you everyone for joining us. Please come and join us next Tuesday. I'm sure we shall um, uh, talk a lot again, and have something to say that you might pick up on. So enjoy your week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.